On the 17th day of October of the year 2019, an ordinary session of the General Assembly of Cameroon Football Federation held at the Montfebe Hotel from 10:30 a.m. to 2:15 p.m. The purpose of the meeting was to discuss the following items on the agenda. First, singing of the national anthem. 2. Reading of the acknowledgement of the meeting's declaration. 3. Opening speech by the President of FECAFOOT. Suspension of the sitting and family photo. 4. Roll calls of members and verification of the quorum. 5. Verification of the conformity of the convening of the sittings. 6. Appointment of scrutineers. 7. Approval of minutes of extraordinary session of the General Assembly held on July 26, 2019. 8. Progress report of the President of FECAFOOT. 9. Consideration and adoption of special budgets. Budget of Transition Technical Committee, budget of Women-Female League of Cameroon, budget of the Youth Football League of Cameroon. 10. Election of members of independent committees. 8. Election committees. B. Appeal committee. C. Homologation and disciplinary committee. D. Ethics committee. E. National Chamber for Dispute Resolutions. 10. Updates of the suspension of the PFLC. 11. Miscellaneous and reading of the final communique. The presiding bureau of the said ordinary assembly was composed of the following: President Mr. Seydou Mobonjoya, President of FECAFOOT. Rapporteur Mr. Bandok Benjamin Didier, Secretary General of FECAFOOT. The quorum being present, the General Assembly is in compliance with the provisions of Articles 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 33 of the Statute of FECAFOOT, and Article 4, 5, and 15 of Electoral Code of FECAFOOT, validly deliberated. Barrister Amadou Peter, bailiff to the third term charge of the Court of Appeal of the Central Region and the Court of Yaoundé from Barrister Una Burus Dieudonné's chambers, attend the meeting. After deliberation on each item on the agenda, the following resolutions were adopted. Resolution number 1. The General Assembly notes that the administrative procedures relating to the declaration of meetings, the rules relating the convening of meeting, and the respect of quorum were observed in accordance with the statutes of FECAFOOT. Resolution number 2. The 57 sitting delegates to the General Assembly unanimously adopt the agenda as proposed in the convening notices that were transmitted to them. Resolution number 3. The General Assembly adopts the minutes of its session held on 26 July 2019. Resolution number 4. The sitting delegates to the General Assembly elect the following person as scrutineers by unanimous vote. Mr. Kodem Francois, delegate to the General Assembly representing the West Region League. Mr. Biga Ja Felix, delegate to the General Assembly representing Northwest Regional Leagues. Mr. Issa Bassoro, delegate to the General Assembly representing the North Regional League. Resolution number 5. The General Assembly sets up and thus ascertain the composition of the Commission in charge of the election of members and the independent bodies as stipulated in the agenda. President, Mr. Sedou Bombo Joya. Rapporteur, Mr. Benjamin Didier Bandlo. Members, Mr. Kwedem François, Mr. Biga Jacques Felix, Mr. Issa Basso. Resolution number 6. The General Assembly elects the following personalities in the independent committees of FECAFOOT as follows. National Chamber for Dispute Resolution. President, Mr. So Jean-Pierre. Vice President, Mr. Ekoje Pandye Roland. Rapporteur, Mr. Kwe Kaokamla. Members, Maître Bala Joseph Constantine. Mr. Sadi Jean-Pierre. Mr. Omar Kodofino Yves. Mr. Songe Tikume Rick Landry. Mr. Chinda Sanjo Gervais Ruben. Mr. Sando Lomtiti. Appeal Committee. President, Med Achet Nanini. Vice President, Mrs. Ndemo Marie-Noël. Rapporteur, Mr. Mboua Christian. Members, Maître Ngouté Adoua Abia. Monsieur J. Olivier. Mr. Abaka Idrissa and Mr. Camden Arnold. Ethics Committee. Investigation Chamber. President, Mr. Baba Salatu. Vice President, Barrister Ngonga Sime. Rapporteur, Dr. Pichoko Matura. Members, Mr. Mama Nsuncha and Professor Chingankong Moses. Trial Chamber. President, Barrister Joe Manga. Vice President, Mr. Mrs. Ondoa Hortense. Rapporteur, Mr. Njola Crispin. Members, Mr. George Andoula Simplicien and Mr. Omar. Homologation and Disciplinary Committee. President, Mr. Toube Zebepie Aisha, Mrs. Toube. Épouse Djembia. Vice President, Colonel Amadou Ali. Rapporteur, Barrister Nuyanjam Jean-Jacques. Members, Barrister Bisso Eric, Dr. Abubakar Sedou, Mrs. Medou Deni, Barrister Wombu Zeche Alain Bruno. Electoral Committee, full members. President, Mr. Schlick Gilbert.